Hey, 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 hey. It's Ilva and Celeste. It's Ilva and Celeste. It's Ilva and Celeste. It's Ilva and Celeste. On the red couch. Yes.
Cheers! Look at Ilva and Celeste is live now, pops up.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hope you guys have had a great
Yes.
week.
Hey, everybody. Hey,
Hey,
Joanna.
Hey.
Hey, everybody on View Me and on YouTube and on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Wow. So here we are.
Here we are again.
January 24th, is it?
24th. Yes.
2019.
2019.
So we're already 24 days into the new year.
Yes.
And things are just, time is moving. The day is going. As you notice, time does not stop for no one. So everything that you said you were going to do last year, and at the end of the year, at New Year, it's like, oh man, New Year's Eve's almost here. New you, New Year, new you,
all
new me, all that good stuff. And like, we're here. Like, as you can see, the days are still going, right?
Yes.
So what are we doing?
What are we doing? I think like around this time is when people start going,
the gym.
Yeah.
They can start moving all of that extra equipment that they had to put in on January 1st and 2nd. They can start moving it back to the overflow room in the gyms. And I read that. I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
It was actually, I think either I read it or it was on Good Morning America. Right. I watch Good Morning America every morning. But yeah, this is the time of year, around about the 24th of January, this is the time of the month where, we start forgetting about our goals.
Yes.
And today's topic that Ilva came up with, it was all her. This topic that she came up with is so fitting.
It's been on the books for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you did write it. You actually wrote it, I think it was like
a while ago.
Yeah, like right after the new year. I think it was during that first message of the year. But anyway, so it's so fitting. So if you see it already, you don't. It's deposits. That's the topic for today, deposit. And it's just fitting because if you said you were going to do something, you made a deposit. You made a commitment. You voiced it out loud. And if you said it out loud, that's great because there's power in the tongue. So that was your first deposit. But now, like Ilva said, I'm not going to steal your thunder because that was really good.
What?
You said what you start off with, you don't want to stay there. You have to keep.
Right. Kind of like, hey, January, when you open a bank account, right? I was like, some banks require maybe $25 to open it, right? And when you open a bank account, you don't intend to leave it at just at 25, you want to continue to deposit and deposit. And obviously the more you deposit, when you need to withdraw from there, you are able to do that, or whether you purchase something. So it's the same thing with life, with anything that you do, the more you deposit, the more you're able to withdraw. So because if you continue to withdraw from that bank and you only open it for $25 and you need 50, it's going to be like, no, and it's going to take you either to negative or no, you cannot do this, you don't have enough in this bank, and none of that. So because when we hear the word deposit, we think of bank. That's all.
That's what I thought of.
Yeah, when I used to work at Wells Fargo, that's just it is. You'll deposit or withdraw, deposit, and that's it. But every time that we take a breath, every second we are depositing, whether it's negative or positive. So we are going to the positive stuff,
Right.
So you do in any kind of relationship that you have, in any, and I said it earlier,
good.
Even if you have a relationship with your business, So if you don't deposit into that, it's not going to give you what you want. We cannot continue to sing the wishing song, because I know I've done it. So for me this year, my word wanted to thrive and be fearless, So I'm trying to go more into doing things that is going to give me so uncomfortable, and it has. And I'm like, okay, because I wanted to be, come December, I'm like, okay, I want to do this. And
I want to see something.
I want to see something because, I'm mad and just mad about me, because obviously I'm the only one who stops myself. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay. So I started doing what I'm supposed to do. Let me deposit into this. Let me do that.
Yeah.
And,
That's
you
what I
know,
was
so
about to
like
say.
that, right? Because you gotta sow right into something to reap something.
Right.
You know, so how you gonna get tomatoes if you don't do anything?
Right.
Just tomatoes grow. It doesn't
Right.
go that way. So
That's really good. And that brings me to my word of the year as well. Like my word of the year is execute. And so it's exactly what you was just saying, Ilva. Like okay, so y'all know in December the topic was stop playing. And that came about a conversation I was having with Ilva. I was like, it's just time for me to stop playing. Like I have all these ideas. I've deposited into myself. I've invested in myself. I've gotten all this education. I've taken all these courses. I listened to all these motivating and inspiring people. Like I need to turn them off and now execute. You know, and that is my word for this year. Execute. You know, stop playing and execute. Like I'm done talking. I'm not playing anymore. Let's do this because someone has deposited in you, whether you pay them for the information or not. They have deposited into you, and so now it's just time to be bold and let's do this thing. Last year, that was Lila's word. Last year, you know, bold, and she did some bold moves too. So I just love it. I have. I can't share this on my phone, but. But people very close to me, I have their words of the year in my phone, and I look at them like often. I mean, we're only 24 days in, but I'm looking at those words. One, because I want to do something special for them, but two, you know, if these are people close to me, I need to know what their words are too. So what their words are will manifest as well. You know what I'm saying? In me, like last year, it was growth. Mine was inspire. So, you know, although I wanted to inspire and I wanted to do inspiring things, growth was always, you know, at the top of my mind as well, because that's Ilva word. And, you know, we're in a commitment. We're in a relationship. Another thing that you're supposed to deposit in relationships, what Ilva just said, you know, you want to be compatible. You want to be linked in together. You want to be, you know, you want to be connected, you know, with the people that you're supposed to be in business with or that you're collaborating with. You know, it's not them and you, it's like us, you know.
Right.
And like, I got different relationships with different people, but but believe me, when I'm with them, I'm connected with them.
Right.
And so I don't know where I was going with that, but I said all that to say I have friends, you know, I have their words and I'm reminding them of their words. So yeah, that's another thing. I keep their words with me. So I, you know, on those days where they feeling, you know, cause we don't feel like this crap all the time. You know, we just like, screw executing. I don't want to execute no more. You know, but Ilva, she know my words. She'd be like, what you said, Celeste. And that's what we talked about last week. You know, say what you mean what you say. So, you know, if these people are close to you, then know what they're doing, know their visions, know, you know, so y'all can pull each other up on those days when you need it the most.
Well, you know, that's what depositing mean, you know, it's like you do that and it's like, and it is any relationship, and you were talking about, you know, like when you are in a relationship with that partner, you know, it's kind of like a marriage. When you say I do, you become one. So in that business, you become one with that partner, you know, and everything is like, because if they don't grow, neither do you. If you don't grow, they don't either. So it's kind of like a win-win, you know. So because we cannot do this alone, and that's it. So, you know, you have to deposit in any kind of relationship, you know, like example, when I got my little Yorkie, I watched Caesar Milan, whatever his name is, and everything. I wanted to learn so much. And you know, the first thing that they do when you get a pet, they're like, do you have the time? Do you have this? Because you have to invest in that relationship, even though it is an animal, you know, they have feelings and things like that. And let's go there. So you spend that time, you deposit, and what they do, they deposit into you in that they give you that happiness, that joy, take care of you.
They do
know
yoga with you.
They do, you know, they run, they exercise, they walk with you, you know, and they're just happy to see you, right? So it goes with anything else, you know, with the spouse, with the friendship, with, you know, if you have a house of worship that you go to, or wherever you do work in you, there is a relationship, whether you like it or not, you know, it doesn't matter. The point is that, you know, you're depositing into that, and, you know, not only do they reward you, get paid, but if you get along, they love what you do, you get promoted, and you get to go up where you go. you know. So it's like it just goes around and around. It's the circle of life, and you know, whether we like it or not, we do. And obviously we're not gonna go say, oh, deposit into everything, because that's not what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's just in what you already have,
Right.
you know. And that's it. We normally just think depositing into a you know, into a one relationship, you know, maybe a spouse. No, yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, what we mean is we gotta go beyond that, because we are
Yeah.
relational beings,
Yeah.
and we are business people in here and everything. So it just goes
Yeah.
so many hats.
It works with everything.
With
Money,
everything.
with love. If you
Everything.
give love, you'll get love in return. You know, if you don't love yourself, then guess what? No one's gonna love you.
Right.
And they can be loving the hell out of you. But if
Yeah.
you don't love yourself, then you're gonna feel like, oh,
Whatever.
I'm
yeah.
not getting love. It's because you don't love yourself. So,
Exactly.
you know, it goes with gratitude. It
Yeah.
goes with, you know, you give anger, you give nasty, bad attitudes. That's what's
Yeah.
going to come back to you.
Right.
You be around those people that'll be like, man, it never fails. I always, find myself in this situation. Like they just find themselves in the same situation every day, all day. And they be
Right.
like, I can't make this up. And you're looking at them like,
Right. Right.
So be gentle, kind, in love, but
Yeah.
do tell them like maybe this is why.
Yeah.
No,
that's true.
it's sad to say, but I was in a friendship for a very long time, and I had to speak the truth. Like, but that's not normal. You might want to think about why is it that every year you're losing a friendship. A meaningful, friendship. What you said was meaningful anyway. Like, that's not normal. That's been going on for how long now? Like that's not normal. You probably want to look, and we don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, it's true. So you also have to, having said all that, you have to deposit starting with yourself, And we were talking about resting and thinking that it's not being lazy, it's actually resting. We always talk about self-care.
Yeah.
You do, because when you deposit into yourself, you have that enough in you that they're able to withdraw from you, and then another person deposits in you, and it just, again, all like that. So because
yes, Lord.
it's value, right? Depositing. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like, we value whatever so some banks, right, when you have a certain amount of money in there, they give you a certain percentage, whatever it may be. It may be super low, but they give you something, right? And they're just bringing value to what that money you have there. Obviously, the bank is in their right mind. They value your money. Duh, so you have to value everything else. No one else is going to value it for you.
Right.
So when you value that, you deposit into that because you want it to continue to grow, you want it to withdraw, you want it. And sometimes when you deposit into something, guess what? That sometimes is just dead. But it doesn't mean for you not to deposit, meaning they're not going to, you're not going to be able to withdraw from that, but you're able to withdraw from here.
From somewhere else.
Because sometimes that you deposited into, that's all what they need, depositing, because they don't know how to deposit into something else.
Yeah.
However, when you have other people depositing into you and you withdrawing and like that, you're able to do that with others who are not there with you. So, you do, because depositing means it's a value. It's completely value. Whether it's your time that you could never get back at all, because we could never get January 24th, 2019, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., it's like, so you have to deposit regardless of what we get from that or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's,
it makes a lot of sense. And then you value yourself in the middle of you depositing in others too, because like if they're not depositing in you, if they're just taking from you and taking and drawing from you, they're withdrawing and withdrawing and withdrawing, but they're not depositing back into you, then you have to analyze those relationships too. Like, okay, I'm gonna need you to start depositing in me too. Yeah. Eventually, it has to be an exchange. Like they can't always just be taking from you, from you. I work doing my internship. I deposited into two special young ladies. And it was draining sometimes. Like it was. I would call up Crystal. She was my supervisor at the time, and I'd be like, ooh, help me, shake this off, or I'm gonna see so and so today. What should I say or what should I do?
Yeah.
And so in that situation, like I had to, that was my job. Like I'm a counselor. Like yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. But again, there comes a time too that okay, what are they doing? Like, are they still standing in the same place?
Yeah.
Because if they're in the same place, then I have to evaluate myself. Like,
There
okay,
you go.
am I really doing my job? But when it comes to, I love the part when they would come to a session and now I'm now inspired by them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
So that's amazing. Like you can deposit into someone, and if you believe in them, you deposit. You keep praying for them. You keep depositing them. You keep talking to them, and then that thing eventually you'll see them, now depositing back into you. So like,
Right.
I loved it. Like although I was counseling them, like it was still an exchange. At Christmas I got a Christmas gift from one of them. I was like, oh my God, like this is amazing.
Yeah. Because sometimes we think that just depositing automatically the exchange is gonna happen or that but that's why I was saying sometimes that other person is not at that level because of whatever they've been through, going through, and all that. So sometimes is that other person just deposit and eventually, and it does get draining because you're like, and at least you had Crystal, you go to, that's like I'm saying, you go to that other person that deposits into you, then you start seeing little by little. Because you know how farmers, whomever plants, I don't know, Chris is really good at this, whether it's a flower, whether it's food, whatever it is, they know what season, in which season they need to plant, because then in the spring or whatever it comes to, it gives you exactly what you planted, but it takes a minute to get there. So but they're patient, they still water it, they're like, nope, it'll be here. I think like, what is it, bamboo takes like years to grow and all that, but we love it,
when it does, it grows. Those things, because they grow both ways, like up and down. So amazing. Just
because those roots have to be planted, so that, and that's how you got to look at it sometimes in depositing, when someone you deposit into, maybe it's not giving back something into you, that at least like you continue to water there, and that the roots are growing and growing, and then with that, maybe when they are there, they're able to. And we're not talking about 20 years now. Come on. Because seriously, I'll be like, okay, what? But it is, I guess, once you get to know the person or you spending time, you're able to analyze all this, depositing is really, really important because, like our pastors, they need pastors, like they always say, a therapist is a therapist, because it's like you just the way it is.
That's very true.
It's true. So deposit.
So as you go throughout this year, think about that. Think about your word, because I know a lot of women on here do the word of the year. Maria, that's my sister. I see you on here. Maria, what's your word of the year?
Hey, girl.
What was I about to say? Remember that, with your word of the year, remember like, okay, like I'm about to deposit into this event, meaning, I'm going to choose to go to this event, but like, what am I, here for? It may be for you to encourage or inspire somebody. I was reading a story the other day. This pastor, he did not want to go to this event. He was like, oh, I already have all this information. I already know these people. Like, why am I going? And then at the end of the event, it was like a 3-day conference or something. But anyway, at the end of the event, there was one of the speakers that had came up to him in the end. He was a foreign speaker. He came up to him and he said, you don't know me, but I'm so-and-so, and I'm always nervous during my speeches. And, this was like the first time I was so calm because of what you said to me. And in the beginning, before he went up there, he was like, I don't know, something, he said, but, God told me to tell you that this is going to be like your best speech yet, or something like that. and then he realized, at the end, he told the guy, he was like, like, oh my goodness, I was so calm for the very first time. And that's why he was there. Like, he didn't even want to go, but he realized, okay, that this is why I'm supposed to be here.
She's thinking. She's going.
Yes, you need to think about it.
Yeah.
Fallon, our other sister, her word of the year is completion. I told
nice.
her that that's going to be her word because she need to complete some things.
Go, Maria.
That's
Love
good.
it.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
like
word
that.
of the- yeah.
That was it was word last year.
Yeah, I think it still is because I still. need to
Yeah,
grow.
of course,
Like,
of course.
but yeah.
And Inspire was mine last year.
Uh-huh.
So that's the thing. Like, you just keep building on that. And before you
Yeah.
know it, you're going to be the person you want to be because you follow the word of the year concepts.
Mhm.
But anyway, that was good.
But yeah, so just deposit. Remember that everything we do, again, we are depositing it because, we are depositing here, Celeste and I, into this segment. And we love it. We're not complaining about it.
Yeah.
We love it. I
Yes,
do,
we do.
So
I love it.
I love it. So, just think about that. And by you watching us, you depositing that time into us. So we do appreciate it. So when we see
Yeah.
thank you, we actually mean it from the bottom of our hearts.
We really
we
do.
So
That's
thank
why on February 7th, we're doing a book signing at Cup of Joe right here in Killeen. And you all that are other places can also join in on us because y'all know we're going to be going live. And you can purchase
Yes.
your copy right there on the spot. We're going to sign it
And
and
we'll
put it in the
ship it.
mailbox the next
Yes.
day.
Yes,
Not the same
we will.
day, the next day.
The next day, yeah, because I go through all that good stuff. So yes. Mhm.
So yeah, we're
So yeah,
excited.
so we deposit into that and everything else that we do. Whether you're depositing into fixing your home or your business, your spouses, your children, your work,
Yeah.
house of worship, whatever.
Whatever you
So
deposit
we do. So, sometimes we just have to deposit a little bit more.
When you make those deposits, you just expect a return.
Be
Okay, that's
expected.
another thing. Expect. Ooh,
Yeah,
that might be a
expect
good topic for next week.
See that?
Expect. Look at God.
Expect great things,
Yes,
we have
yes,
that
yes.
song. Great
Yeah.
things. So yeah. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
depositing
you.
your time. and coming
Yes,
and
everyone.
seeing us.
Thank you, Maria, who was here today.
Thank you.
Andrea,
Thank you.
Lauren,
Thank you.
Marie. How you say
January.
her name? Marie. I'm just gonna say
Legna
Marie.
Marie.
Is that okay? Legna Marie.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so
Andrea,
much.
January, Tina, Jay.
Jay,
Thank
yeah.
y'all all
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank
here.
you so much.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye.